Oh, that's hot. Last month, Justin Bieber released an album called Changes. On the album is there's this collab with Lil Dicky called Running Over. Pretty much right when the album went up, this other artist, I think his name was Asher Monroe or something, like threw up this Instagram story and it was like calling Justin Bieber out, like, yo, Justin Bieber jacked my swag. You know, I'm not hating. I'm just saying I was ahead of the curve or something like that. The sample used in the song is from the same Splice pack, so they sound the same. The sample they use is from like this producer named Laxity. I think it's from his pack that he did with Medicine. I thought the whole thing was kind of funny. This Asher guy was like trying to say that like Justin Bieber like stole his song or something. Laxity, the guy that actually made the sample, jumped in and he's like, dude, what do you want about, like, I made this. I don't know, I saw that. It was really funny. Obviously respect to Laxity because like he's a super dope producer. He made the sample and it got used by Justin Bieber, so like, you know, props to him. This other guy is the one that's like, dude, like, calm down, all right? Chill out. I personally couldn't give, you know, the smallest morsel of a if you want to use sample packs or presets. If you want to take a Virtual Riot preset and throw it in your song and touch nothing, do it. I don't care. Fucking go for it. I will continue my day as if it never happened. Same with using like a pre-made melody loop. You want to toss that in your beat and put it on like a multi-platinum album or something? Go for it. I do not care. Not my song, not my prob. This is the Lil Dicky Justin Bieber song right here. I'm only going to play 2 seconds of it so that I don't get copy striked or whatever the it is. So here's the sample right here. I thought it would be a fun production challenge to take this sample and make some stupid sounding EDM song with it, but like change the sample as much as we possibly can. Really just ruin it in a sense. Like take this beautifully crafted melody and turn it into hot garbage. That's what we're gonna do today. Real quick before I get started, this video is sponsored by nobody because I have like 800 subscribers. So, got my coffee. All right. Okay. So here we are in our home base, our database, our studio, Command Central, as I like to call it. This is the sample right here. I'm gonna drag it on in. We can see right here on the sample name, it is 80 beats per minute. I am going to use my enormous brain to multiply, subtract, and deduct and fractionize, because if we quantize the certain sums of each individual number, it's 160 beats per minute. So let's go up here and let's just set it at 160 right now. Let's see how this sounds. Pretty dope, but I think it might be cooler to drop it to 150. Remember, we're here to change this as much as we possibly can. So I'm just gonna go here, fit to tempo, type in BPM, 160. Here we are. All right, let's destroy this sample. Let's go ahead and put it in our mixer, channel routing, route here. All right, so here's our EQ. Let's just immediately cut some of this low end out. About right there. Next, let's toss a frequency shifter on it. Instant way to ruin something. Well, not ruin it, but change it. This frequency shifter right here is by Kilohertz, and I love it. So let's see what happens when we just do a tiny little touch here. It's pretty f***ed. Let's go right here. Oh, that's sick. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do an intro first before we do a drop. So I'm actually gonna slow this down. So instead of 160 like I typed earlier, I'm gonna type in, what's 160 times 2? Oh God. 320. So now check this out. Oh, let's see a little bit of, let's just fix that. So now let's see how this sounds. That's a sick, like, dark intro. I think it should repeat right there. So I'm gonna make one of these unique and then do it up an octave. Sounds like a haunted music box or something. All right, let's see what else we can do here. I'm thinking some reverb to kind of wash it out in the intro. Around here. Yeah. I really don't have a game plan here today. We're just gonna go in raw.
Where's the lamb sauce?
I think an impact would be good here. Let's toss this in here. Shabam. Probably turn it down a little bit. So as soon as we get halfway through that, I'm thinking clap. I'm gonna pull up this Remedy kit because he's got the sauce. I think like a really tiny dry clap. We're pretty much just gonna make a Minesweeper song today, I think. Sorry, Darby, but also thank you. We should add a vocal sample here. Here's the tweet. It's like a screenshot of his Instagram story. It says, Justin Bieber jacked my swag. Not hating, just pointing out I was ahead of the curve. I think we could use that as like a pre-drop vocal. That'd be sick. So like, yo, I ain't hating. It's just ahead of the curve. All right, so here's the vocal sample that we just made. Here it is on its own. Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve. So obviously we need to mess with this to make it sound, to give it a little bit of chunk. Put this down, 3 semitones.
Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve.
That's pretty gangster. Just to keep it check my swag.
Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Alright, so for the drop, we'll take the same sample. So we'll put a little bit OTT. Also, I need to set up a sidechain. I'm thinking here is I'm gonna take just one of these plucks and kind of cut the transients on it so that we can maybe do like a more...
I'm just ahead of the curve.
So it kind of cuts a little bit. I think on the first hit we should have like a splash cymbal. Gotta get a good catchy kick pattern here. Bring the sub back in right there.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
This is gonna be a crunchy tune. Probably switch the kick pattern up a little bit on the second half there. I'm thinking bring this 808 up an octave right here for a little variation. We've got Portal here. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't even know that much about it or how to really use it that well, but I know that if you sit here and you tweak knobs forever, something cool is eventually gonna happen. So like you can adjust like the pitch and stuff here, and then you can choose with all these different scales. I think we need to make a more interesting pattern here so that it's not just quarter note, quarter note, quarter note. So let's see what we can come up as far as a pattern. I noticed a bit of an abruption there. I'm gonna try and bring it back up. The frequency shifter is so sensitive, so like unless you're copying the exact parts of the automation, it's not, there might be little hiccups. So I think for this last part, this turnaround here, do a little bit more variation. Okay, not that high. That's pretty cool. And then for the second part here, I'm just gonna copy. So we gotta do the same with the reverb, copy that over.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
Oh, you know what? This needs to go right here.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
For the second turnaround here, I'm gonna add another one, and then for the automation, I'm gonna have it go even a little bit higher, so it'll be like da-na-na-na. I hope is what I'm hoping. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're getting somewhere. We have a basic loop here now. Now I'm thinking we could do even more to this. How about a phaser? That's kind of cool. It has like some undertones in the background of it. Let's see what we can do with some little bit more delay here. We'll do the delay and effector and see what we can come up with. So I think instead of having that on all the time, maybe I'll just bring it in certain parts. Copy this whole thing. So for the turnaround here, I think we kill the sub, kill all the drums, and then the reverb will kind of just suck it back in. Probably take this impact and clean it up here just for the kind of sucking back in effect. So what I think I want to do for the second part here is we're just going to take basically what we're doing is just saving just this part right here, the synth that we made. And then we're going to have that be just its own piece of audio, which we have accurately named right here. And we're gonna copy all this over. And then get rid of all of the previous ones that we don't need anymore. So it's just a beat now. But now we can add in our audio that we made, give it its own channel, put it on the side chain. And then I was just gonna see how it sounded 1 octave down. So we'll find out. We got our hi-hats here too. We could also maybe do like a vocal callback.
Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the...
Make that unique. Maybe up with...
I'm just ahead of the curve.
That's funny. We could even try and do like where it says curb. I'm gonna take curb and make it like a
I'm
chant.
just ahead of the curve. Curve, 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 curve.
All right. And then I'll put that. Yeah, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curb.
Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve.
That's pretty much it. One idea that I did have is to take this vocal that we did
Yo,
and take the part where I say yo, slap a huge reverb on it.
Yo,
E.
And then export that. Yo, I. And then you can take the reverb off, get rid of that, pull in the yo, I sample that we just had here and reverse it. Put it right here in the build.
Yo, I ain't hating.
I think that needs to come over just a tiny little bit.
Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve.
So our song is pretty much almost done. What I'm gonna do now is just without talking or anything, do some final finishing touches, and then I'll play the whole thing. So, piss. All right, the song is done. I'm gonna play it in its entirety now, but before I do that, I'm just gonna isolate the original sample so we can remember what it sounded like. So here's the original sample from what we started with. And then here it is without any of the post-processing. It's still stretched and cut up, but here it is without any of the effects or anything. And then here's the drop without any of the effects or anything. And then here they are both with the effects. Then here's the drop with the effects. So here we go. Let's play the song.
Just interject my swag. Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
Yo, I ain't hating. I'm just ahead of the curve.
All right, that's it. So, thank you guys for watching. If you made it all the way through the video, I applaud you. Let me know if there's like in the comments what else you guys want to see. This was kind of a random idea that I had, and I thought it'd be a fun like first production video, but I want to do more. So wash your hands, you know, don't go outside. It's dangerous out there. Stay away. Yeah, that's it. All right, see you guys next time.